Hi, my name is Kaelyn Kowalski, and we're here at Scarefest Scream Park to do a Get Ready With Us makeup video. Who are you?
Hello, I'm Wren. My character is Pack Rat that I'm going to be doing today.
I'm Creech. My character is Baby Gaga.
I'm in the Hayride.
We are both in the castle.
Yup, Castle.
Okay.
Hayride of Doom, Castle of the Dead. The character that I'm doing today, I called it Brother Cousin. I think I was talking with you about it. So this one character that I had last year, it was just very low effort, flannel overalls, and I just kind of tack on whatever accessories go into it. And yeah, it's just hellbilly scary. That's kind of baseline of it.
I'm about to take a cream stick by Maron to my face. I like working in creams because once you put the base on, it all blends together really easily. And it makes the process quicker and easier for me. So I'm going to go in with a color lighter than my skin tone because I like to look sickly, and then pat it in with my kind of disgusting looking beauty blender.
Hey, sanitation is a suggestion here.
You know,
Well,
fair enough.
Most of the time,
Cleaned, it's just naturally green.
Oh, of course.
And a little stained.
honestly, most of us have been using all of these brushes throughout the season.
Yeah, I clean mine like right after.
You're very sanitary when it comes to your tools.
Okay, listen, last year I didn't for an entire year until the next season came around, but this year I'm going to make sure to clean them after.
So you're just putting on a white base, Wren?
Yeah, I'm using the Ben Nye Clown White. This is typically what I use for the base of a couple of my characters, but primarily Pack Rat and my clown character Dot.
Can I use that contact solution? Thank you.
No!
Wow. How dare you?
I know.
And
mine.
We're very pro help each other out here.
Oh yeah.
So like if there's ever a case of, oh, I'm out of blood, I need to borrow some, you can almost immediately get it from a fellow actor, and that's really, really helpful.
Oh yeah. So Creech, you got your contact in?
Not yet. I was a very bad baby last night and forgot to rehydrate them. So I'm waiting for the contact solution to soften up my lenses before I put them in.
Nice. So I'm putting mine in.
I hate the feeling.
Always put your contacts in. Always put your contacts in first.
Yeah.
Doctor safety.
Man, I don't want you touching your eyeballs with dirty fingers.
Oh. So
I do that like every day, unfortunately.
So
My contacts is a whiteout contact.
Oh yeah.
Doing my makeup blind.
You know what? That's fair. If you can't see out of it, that's a different thing. But always just sanitarily put your contacts in first. Smarts. Yeah, smarts. I also want to see what I'm doing. These are prescription contacts, by the way. These are colored prescription contacts. Probably the best decision I've ever made in my hot career was doing prescription colored contacts.
I tried contacts one single time, and it took 4 people holding me down and 1 person holding my eyeball open. And I got one in. I got one in successfully until I went, maybe this isn't for me.
I mean, it's a hard thing. It's not easy. I'm priming my face because I don't like getting acne from all of this grease. So I'm going to prime my face before I do anything. And my neck because I'm very prone to blackheads and cystic acne when it comes to the type of makeup and stuff. So I'm going to do that. You guys are already halfway done. Jeez.
No, I have like 35 minutes left. I am a dingo. I am not very time efficient for doing this makeup for 4 years.
I was lucky this year. I think this was the day that I was just like slapping stuff together. I was like, I just want to wear overalls. I don't want to wear a dress today. I would like to wear pants because pants sometimes are great.
We all have this. I honestly felt way better dressing as Dot last week with my pant fit than the dress.
Oh,
Like,
that's nice.
I don't know.
Sometimes that's how it is. It's the characters that you pull out halfway through the season, or the changes you make on a whim. And you're just like, ooh.
It just felt a lot more freeing movement-wise.
So for those who aren't aware, Scarefest runs a little differently with their characterization. Most of the characters that have come to fruition in all the attractions have been very self-managed, self-created. Despite there's obviously a makeup trailer, there's obviously a costume trailer for those who might need help with it, but a lot of our characters are created from our own minds and from our own ideas, and I really like that about us, is that we can come up with something creative and make it fit.
Yeah, that's one of the main things that like brought me to Scarefest was the idea of being able to use my creativity to like make an entire being, not being thrown into a role. It kind of makes me feel like an animatronic a little bit when I show up somewhere and they're like, here's your makeup, here's your costume, here's where you're at, and like you barely get to see what you're doing. It's hard to get in character that way. It's a lot better like feeling like you are stepping into a role.
I'm getting ready to go in and do contour, and I don't know if the people are interested in knowing about it.
Do it.
But
Tell us about it.
I like doing my contour much more exaggerated for characters than you would do on like an everyday day-to-day makeup. I don't necessarily mind if it's even contour, because if the baby has a lump on its head, the baby has a lump on its head. But I like to deepen like my eye sockets and my cheekbones and my chin and look very silken.
I like it.
I'm putting on a white base. Well, it's a little bit lighter than my skin tone. Yep, this is Maron too. Maron makes the world go round, guys.
Is it alabaster?
Price tag, price tag, price
No, it
tag,
looks
price
paler
tag,
than yours.
price tag, price tag.
Ooh, might be light olive or light sand.
It might be light sand. I can't see. Where's the butterfly ivory?
Oh, there you go. There you go.
I'm whiter than white.
I have bad memory. So I have like a mood board almost of like 3 photos of makeup I want to do that's new and 3 old makeup that I've done in the past that I really enjoy doing. Or like one of my favorite looks that I'd like recreate in some form of way. But my makeup is like different every single time. But it helps to have a guide or else I like forget what I look like.
That's also really good for character creation though. Like if you're feeling something like an idea, you can take from a whole bunch of different sources and just throw it all together.
Because especially when you have like 6 photos of something, you can zoom in and be like, okay, I like a nose on that one. I like the contouring on that one. I like the eyeballs on that one. I like the mouth on this one. And you can create literally like hundreds of different looks from 6 photos that you like alone.
I follow a lot of other font creators for that exact reason. Like a lot of the inspiration for the baby came from Cassandra. Yeah. Do you remember what haunt she was at?
Good question.
Shout out Cassandra.
Do you want to describe their character a little bit?
So Cassandra is actually probably a 30-year-old man. Built like
Clarissa.
Clarissa, yes.
Shout out Clarissa in Australia. We love this.
Yes.
We love them. Love them.
A towering barrel-shaped person, and they dress up as this like 4-year-old little girl named Clarissa, who sometimes gets visited by her mommy. And I thought that it was the darn coolest thing that I'd seen pre-Scarefest. So when I found out my placement in the castle this year, I decided that a baby was the move and that I would pull a little bit from Clarissa. And I've made it my own since then, but...
Hi, my name is Clarissa! Love that. That's always so fun.
Just a moment, my mommy's speaking to me.
So I'm going in with my very extremely clean Narrative Cosmetics Bruce palette that I definitely have not had for since I have started here.
Oh, definitely not.
No.
Oh.
We would never
Wait.
we would never do that.
For my white to bake.
Okay. I'm going in with a deep purple. Smoke. on the water.
Yeah.
No one's gonna get that joke. Okay, I'm going in with a deep purple, just kind of yesing to my eyes. Yesing to my eyes. Everything is just, it's very thrown. Just throwing it on there. Big brush, big brush. Random big brush, throwing it on. You get it.
Beautiful.
If the brush has colors from the previous night in it, that's
Ignore.
okay.
Even better, even better. It adds character. It adds character. I like to go back in and give a more splotchy design. I'm going to cover this all with black later on as well. And I'm just gonna...
Texture.
Texture.
Layers.
Layer.
Hot makeup is more dramatic than regular makeup than people are typically used to. If you don't look like a freak in the daytime and like it's a bit too much, it is not going to be enough in the dark.
Correct.
It is not going to be enough.
Then there's a big and there's a difference as well with the hayride versus the castle. During the castle, it's dark all of the time.
Yes, we like have very dim theatrical lighting versus the big stage lights and the highlights of the attraction that the hayride is trying to give off.
Yeah.
Yeah, so similar to how theater kids would paint for the back row.
Correct.
Or painting for the red and blue and strobe lighting.
Yes. First off, paint your ears.
Oh.
I'm already on it.
Paint your ears. You ever go into a haunt and you see someone's regular ears, diamond earrings, and you're like, this is a person.
Yeah.
Paint your ears. Learn how your ear is shaped. Clean them at the end of the night. Paint your ears.
Don't look at my black ears that were left from when I painted my ears white.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
So I'm starting to go in with my angled brush and start drawing on black detailing. My hair ends up pulled back under a bonnet, so these black little squigglies, while they don't look like hairs right now, end up reading as hairs once the whole thing is put together. I'm also going to go in and trace the outline of my cheekbones and kind of sketch out my eyes, almost Junji Ito vibes, if that makes sense.
Yeah, Junji Ito. What a guy. What a lad.
What a dude.
And right now, what are you doing? What are you doing, Wren? Oh, you're hairlining right now. Look at you.
I'm contouring.
You are contouring
This
a
is
hairline.
what I do with the red to try to make it blend a bit better with my hair color. And I also like the way that it highlights around the edges. And I enjoy the pop that it gives on like my ears for highlights, as gross as it feels to be putting stuff in my ears. I like the way that it gives a little bit of pop, because my character is primarily whites, blacks, grays, and reds. And reds are very sparse throughout, so I enjoy making them appear vividly when I can.
And then I am also contouring, starting from my ears to the corner of my mouth. And then I'm just drawing my mouth out, my jawline, dragging down. And then my hairline, and going into my hairline as well. Having blonde hair, it's really funny coming home at the end of the night and then people asking, oh, your dye job is really fun. You have really cool roots. They're like purple. And I'm like, yeah, they are. Wow. Oh, just wait till the black powder comes out. That charcoal powder is going to go everywhere. All in my hair. All in my hair.
Oh,
Into the hairline.
my black like top broke. That's so
What?
yeah. This little part, you just
Whoa.
it's
Just
I'm
comes
doing it.
out.
It's staying together for now.
Guys, I need
I
it.
have it placed very meticulously.
This is what I'm working with. There's nothing in there. No. There's nothing in there. It's whatever is remaining from the bottom. You can see how much I use this color. It's a very valuable color. I'll have to just get like a single palette. So how did you guys come up with your characters? That's what I would like to know. Like what would, granted we've been talking about inspiration, but what's like the direct thing? What's the thing that was just like the catalyst for all of it?
So again, it was partially already in my brain because of Clarissa. And then as we were getting placement for the season, I found out that I was being put in like one of those claustrophobic squish tunnels. And haunt culture can sometimes be a little dirty and perverse in nature. And I decided that a baby in the birthing tunnel might be kind of funny.
There we go. Yep.
But I had to make sure that I went so gross with it that people wouldn't be gross towards me, you know, because usually the people that do big babies are people like Clarissa, 30-year-old large men, and I'm not a 30-year-old large man, so I had to make sure that I was a feral toddler. And as it happens, my usual characters were clowns, which tended to act like 8-year-olds with too much candy that happens to be wearing clown paint anyways. I hang out at the circus and I'm constantly recruiting new people to come and join us there because it's so much fun and you're definitely not going to die, I promise. So it wasn't hard to like dial that ageometer back, if that makes sense. What about you?
Oh, me? I think I was talking about, but a majority of my characters, I'm in a scene in the Hayride called the Barn. And typically when you think of a barn, you think of flannel, the red colors, Texas Chainsaw Massacre. And I decided to just run with all of that idea. And I have multiple characters from the barn. One was actually in your video, as you remember, the chainsaw lady called Wicked Wendy. She came about from just Texas Chainsaw everything. And it's always funny seeing people come around and not expecting someone of my body type and look, per se, swinging around a heavy pounded chainsaw with a circular saw through the middle of it. And so having that energy, you kind of build off of whatever character you come up with. And I can call it, we could call this brother cousin, but you can also call it like hellbilly, I guess. Hellbilly, hillbilly, something along that line. I like to go around and sing all the country songs because I was raised on old country a whole lot. You know, Waylon Jennings and Hank Williams, Dolly Parton. And so going around, just hitchhiking the style, just singing all the fun songs. What about you, Rhett?
Honestly,
Give you time to prep.
Oh, sorry.
no, Pack Rat was actually a really quick character that I made. I originally made a different character that I passed off to somebody else, and I'm glad it happened because Pack Rat was it. But long story short, I knew a lot about the attractions because I've been coming through as a customer since I've been 13 years old.
Yeah.
And so I didn't know where I was going to be. So I tried to kind of make something interlaced to all the attractions. And in the river of the Hayride, they call it the Toxic River, just because it is disgusting. And so I essentially made this story of someone who would explore occultic grounds. And they got lost, their compass stopped working, they got hurt. Long story short, they got bit by a rat and fell into the river at some point, trying to follow the river out to leave. And when they fell in the river, they turned into whatever they are now. Kind of like a really messed up Peter Parker.
I was thinking that.
Your guys' characters are just so cool. Every time you guys go,
Yeah.
yeah, you. All you guys always come up with such well thought out ideas, and I just love being a part of this group where that happens.
So honestly, the only character I've ever thought out is Pack Rat, and even then, it's like that's the loose story. That's it.
Yeah,
that's all I
that's
got.
fair. You kind of, but that's kind of the thing with the whole character creation thing here is that you think of an idea, you think of a costume, you have a costume piece, you have a concept. A bee just tried to flower me or something. But you have like an idea, you have a concept, you have an idea, or just a costume piece to start with, and everything just kind of builds around it, and you can really shape it and mold it to whatever you want, and I really like that. Every time we do stuff like that. It's always so fun talking with you guys about what can we do with this? Like we have a costume piece, like I have a paintbrush. What can I do with this? What can I build around this for a character, you know?
Mm-hmm. And there are so many little things like that. For a really long time in the castle, there was a running theme of goop.
Oh, the goop.
The goop. And whether you were neon goop or dark goop. And it started off as just a one-off character for, I think, one of the clowns here. And then next thing you know, all of the newbies are joining, hearing a little bit about the goop, and coming up to us the next day and going, so I think my butcher is made of dark goop. And I love that. I think it's great.
Yeah.
I feel like Scarefest kind of has its own culture a little bit.
Oh,
There's
without
lore.
a doubt.
There is Scarefest lore.
There's lore. There's so much lore.
And like I feel like everything is like interconnected. Like even one of my other characters, Pestilence, Kaelyn actually helped me make them, and
Made a whole family tree out of it.
family tree. But they helped me create that character, and even made. I have a harness that they made me that has like crosses dangled down all over it, and it is the coolest thing I have put on any of my costumes, and I would have never had it if I didn't make a connection and a friend here and have someone so kind to do so.
Oh, that's sweet.
It's a big collaboration. We all help each other. Like during the off season, I personally have like get-togethers with my friends, and we talk about what we want to do for the upcoming year with makeup and costumes, and we bounce ideas off of each other and talk about what we're going to do and get excited. And it's really helpful to do that, to not be alone in that process.
Oh, yeah. I love our little get-togethers. It always makes me feel like a family. And you always hear about like work environments having families, but sometimes that can be very misleading. But it truly feels like we've developed such a friendship that it feels very familial.
Yes.
And I love that. Like I feel like I've reached out to you for stuff before. I've reached out to Wren for stuff before. That was very personal to me, and every single time they've always been there.
I love you.
So now we're powdering, right? We're going in with the black charcoal powder. Everything is going to be darkened, everything is going to be smudged, everything is going to be charcoal.
I look like a freak right now because I'm lining
You look like you look like a member of KISS right now.
Oh, no.
No, that's not an insult. They have really cool face paint. Would you rather me say ghost?
I'll take that.
Okay. For the younger generation,
what?
they look like a ghost member.
One's better than the other. Personal opinion,
Listen.
personal opinion.
All right there. All right.
So I'm drawing on vomit.
Yeah.
Jesus, the weird looked away. Oh my god, I need to speed it up.
I'm trying to go slow.
No, we're like, I feel like all of us are just like taking our time and stuff like that. We're just perusing the process, which is really cool actually. We often are in very limited time crunches because we're like, okay, we gotta go.
Yep, pretty much.
That's what this morning was like.
Oops, I guess I get a bigger vomit this time. I accidentally ran the brush past somewhere I didn't want to, and I'm sticking with it.
Big pukey for today.
In the words of Bob Ross, simply a happy little accident. No mistakes, only happy little accidents.
But I'm almost to the charcoal powder stage, and then I can set with God's greatest version of setting powder. Baby powder.
How fitting! The irony of it all. Is that cannibalism? Is that cannibalism? Now that I'm thinking about it, I totally forget. I mean, granted, it probably is a similar background, but the Hayride of Doom is a little bit of a different theming. There's a storyline with an infection that spreads throughout the entire thing, transforming the villagers of Samhain into other cannibalistic creatures with a taste of flesh and hunger for blood. And so, taken over by the infection, or, sent here by some external force after they pass, and meant to roam in a loop for eternity. I like that. I would do that. Just girly things, just roaming a endless loop for eternity.
I bet they don't even have to pay taxes if they're just...
So I am also contouring my nose. I said that like it was a big detail. It was not a big detail.
A spider trying to go into my water.
Is it that really tiny little jumping spider? I was playing with him a little while ago.
Not, please.
He's just thirsty.
I don't want him to die.
There's also a bigger one over there, just so you know.
Where? Oh, he's chilling. He's
just watching us do our makeup.
He's a friend.
He's also a part of the get ready with.
He's getting himself ready for the night.
Actually, in Spider Scene, he's a new actor.
Yeah. Most people would he's roaming the midway now. He's practicing his midway activities.
He actually speed ran being a midway actor.
No,
Not
actually.
a lot of newbies get to do that.
Not a lot of people get to do that. He just was exceptional.
The charisma, uniqueness, nerve, and talent.
Had all of the necessities. Lord Samhain be with you. You will go far, my child.
He heard us talking about Spider-Man and went, I'm a Spider-Man.
Come to me, my child. Or don't. Okay. Okay, bye. He's prepping for the night. He knows what he's doing. More people are probably afraid of him than they are of us.
That's true.
So now I'm just taking a smaller brush and doing some neck detailing. It's not really detailing.
I'm so slow.
It's just streaking. No, I just have a minimalist design, girl. It's okay.
Oh my god.
I'm also doing the back of my neck because people can see the back of my neck, even though I don't like people seeing the back of my neck. I'm just kind of taking big brush, charcoal powder on the lid, smacking it back there.
You done?
I'll clean this later.
No, I'm about to do the baby powder part,
Oh.
and I don't want to gas people
The
out.
powdering of the wets.
Powdering up the wet.
You have a cap on. It's
Everything's fine.
It's fine. There you go. That's the one.
The powder just looks majestic.
It looks like they're vaping in my mirror.
It's just so spiritual how
Don't
it's.
do drugs, kids.
No vaping in the park.
No vaping.
Want to see a magic trick?
Wow. Okay, streaking down, streaks. I like to blend in with the forest. I like to feel like I'm a dark and mystical forest as well. So I will streak this a whole lot more once the process starts with the finer detailing. It almost feels very animalistic. I feel like a tiger almost. Wow.
That's cute.
I hope this doesn't make me look like I have a mustache.
No.
Not yet.
Not yet is crazy.
All right. More powder. More powder. More powder. You don't know. I feel like I can.
Me slowly filling in my edges.
It looks so cool.
I feel like it's like painting a picture.
You are the masterpiece. Listen, you walked into that one.
You're so sweet to me.
I made the contacts.
Sure can.
Thank you.
So now I'm taking the big boy. This is the Meron Magnetic 30 color So bad. Water activated pro palette. I've been experimenting with this one. I have a water spray bottle here that I'm just kind of soaking the cake, the little activator cake. I'm just kind of soaking it for a little bit, and now I'm gonna do some finer detailing with the small brush. Make it look like I'm a part of the forest, because you see pictures of like a dark forest, you think of purples, blacks, just kind of little stars here and there. So I'm just gonna swipe it everywhere. Just hope for the best. Should I start with my, I'll start with my eyes, yeah. It adds a little bit more texture, it adds a little bit more dimension, and then I'll go back over with the powder to blend in the lines. You guys, I don't really believe in setting my makeup anymore.
What?
I don't believe in it, guys.
My makeup drips in the cast.
Well, well, for me, I'm outside.
Well,
Guys, I'm outside.
that's fair.
I'm not
lucky
sweating as not when it rains. Not when it rains. It rained was it last week, 2 weeks ago?
Oh, yeah, that really bad downpour day.
I was soaking, mama. Soaking. And I was wringing out my gloves every 30 minutes. That was insane. That's just the risk you take when you work in the hayride, though. Any outdoor attraction it is. You just kind of risk the elements, risk the snow, risk the rain. But we've been lucky to not have to experience too much of that. What you got? Are you still tight lining?
Yeah, I'm slow.
I mean, these things take time. Yeah, right?
Thank you. I had to make sure to do that part next because I'm about to start throwing acrylic paint on myself.
Oh yeah, it's the paint time. It's the slap paint.
Yep.
You guys get to help me be dirt.
This time.
You guys get to help me be dirt today.
Yes.
Dirt.
But yeah, I have like tattoos and stuff like that, and for some characters, having my tattoos is fine. For the baby, I feel like the baby doesn't have tattoos, or at least this iteration of the baby doesn't. So I'm gonna cover my guys.
Cover your lads.
Goodbye, guys. One more. Goodbye.
Man, you really just get into that. I was always so curious how you could get so much paint on there.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just freaking go at it, man.
And then, like, I can almost immediately get that gradient thing.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going along because obviously my hands end up more covered in it. And I just drag it up my hands to dry them out quicker.
One thing I've had to let go of when doing my makeup is making it even. Something that creature had to beat out of me. Because people are seeing you for like 30 seconds. And as intricate as you may try to do stuff, it's gonna be wonky.
Perfection is...
There is no point in being perfect as a monster.
Nope. Give yourself
I
some
always forget to wear
grace.
eyeliner before I do the black.
I always forget mascara. I started wearing it before, so I don't have to put it on
like
again.
the white lashes that the baby powder gives me.
Yeah, that's cool.
But I like wearing eyeliner to blend the black up a little bit.
I might end up setting and then going back over with the black, because it's going to be sweaty.
It is going to be a hot one. I actually might have to take my leggings off.
Well, it's not going to be hot tonight. It's going to go down,
Yeah,
dude.
that's the problem. It's hard to dress for the beginning of the night and the end of the night.
Always check the weather if you're an outdoor haunt. Or any haunt, period. Always check the weather from where you're at.
Yeah, even inside, it gets...
Oh, heavens. I'm definitely taking off a pair of these leggings. It's only going down to 50, dog. 55 tonight.
Okay, that's not bad.
Oh, jeez.
I will be taking my leggings off then.
I will be taking off a pair of leggings. Dress for your season. Last night it got down to around 40s. I wore probably 3 different legging pairs and 2 different top shirts on top of my button up.
Go on my eyeball.
Don't do that.
I'm trying not to.
I've actually never seen the paint process.
Repeatedly slapping my own skin. For me personally, I try not to make it look like handprints anymore. There were previous years where I would purposely just, put one around my neck so that it would look like I was strangled. But now I go more for the
fighting for my life.
baby vomit and has been playing in its own feces
Blow like
for too long.
Oh.
Sorry.
Sorry, ignore me fighting for my life in the corner.
No dying.
I'm trying so hard, it's trying to flood my eyeball with black.
The amount of times I just kind of sit and stare at the mirror, just like figuring out what to do next is
You guys
crazy.
have to, make the faces into the mirror as you're getting ready.
Yeah, I have to do that with my little eyebrow part.
For me, I don't.
Where's my muscles?
Usually I have my effects in afterwards, so it just kind of big grin.
I liked it yesterday. Is it gonna work today?
Are you doing the
Maybe
nose?
with the harness?
Maybe.
That's crazy.
The drummer from Lindemann has that same one.
The nose harness?
Yeah.
That's cool.
I think it's really neat. I saw someone at the goth club that I go to wear it for like a bat look, and
Oh yeah, I saw those.
I was obsessed with it since.
Oh yeah, it's time to come together now.
Oh yeah.
Thank you, kids.
That's sick. I love it.
Oh, that's nice.
That's gross.
Yes.
What color are my boogers?
Hopefully green. Oh yeah.
It's all coming together.
Oh, that's a face. It's on my face now. I am just doing cool shapes on the side of my face to give it more depth because I think it's fun and fancy.
Yeah, shapes.
And I do too much. That's why.
Is that thing creaking?
I hear that too. I don't know what that is.
Oh, something's creaking, and I'm like, what is that?
It's the ghost of Scarefest come to get us.
Oh.
I heard that was a thing. Is that a thing?
Yes.
So apparently
Yes.
there is a trailer inside of Castle that is supposedly haunted.
By who?
Not sure. There is a couple of different stories that float around. I've heard that like it got in like a police auction or something of the sort. I've heard that like there's like a couple of weird stories.
I've heard two versions. I've heard a very wholesome version and a very non-wholesome version. One version is the police auction, where, like, apparently it was, according to rumor, a trailer that a mom had killed her kids in, that eventually went into auction, and Scarefest got it. The other rumor, the more wholesome one, there was someone who worked here years ago, before my time even, Jubilee, and they passed before their time, and people like to say that Jubilee still works here and still visits in the night, still gives people spookums, and I think that's kind of sweet. I know in the asylum there is a sticker on one wall for Jubilee for that reason.
And that is the room that the activity is in also.
Yes.
I do know the school, the house at the end of the road had a gentleman go senile in, and he roamed the grounds and I believe drowned in the river.
Ugh.
This is what I've heard, but that might not be accurate.
Yeah, there one thing about Scarefest is that the stories you hear you have to take with a grain of salt. Because as it being a haunted house, everyone wants it to have a lore and a story. And sometimes...
And boy, are we creative.
Yeah. Because I hear stuff about the woods in the forest. I hear stuff about the woods in the hayride.
I've experienced stuff myself in the hayride. There have been times when people have called my name and I turn around and there is no one there. Nothing is happening. Like, there is just no one there. I've heard so many big rustlings in the woods, behind fences. We had a raccoon named French Fry once.
Aww.
Man, he would just kind of cross the path by the barn once in a while. I don't know where he went. I hope he's still okay. He's probably dead by now that I realize it. But you know what? Long live French Fry.
Some
Long live
cats are
French fry.
randomly like around the property as well. There's all sorts of weird wildlife. You see hints of them during the off season.
Yeah.
Shout out to the raccoon poop and toxic.
But the grounds are filled with energy, and I think that's where all of the rumors come from. Everything being haunted, whether it doesn't matter what attraction you're speaking of, honestly. But it feels like there is something new happening with that every year, and new stories and all of that. And I think it's just because of all of the people coming in and out and the energy that I feel like it has a lasting effect on people. It's very interesting to see.
Absolutely.
It does get busy with like so many people in one night, and like that makes sense. Like the energy that just regular people carry, just like, you know,
All collectively in one, yeah.
Energy cannot be created or destroyed. It has to go somewhere.
We were lucky to survive our busiest night of the season yesterday.
Yeah.
We did a very, very good job doing that.
that's the like 2 weeks before Halloween.
2 weeks before Halloween is typically the busiest night of the season.
Because the actual weekend of Halloween, people are doing their personal Halloween party.
Yeah. What are you doing now, Creech?
I'm getting ready to put on my little poopy baby pants.
No, what do you have on? What do you have on underneath it?
So I wear a pair of skin tone leggings because it is warm in the first couple weeks of the castle, but it gets cold in the end. So I like to make sure that I stay warm. And I've basically given them the same treatment that I give my arms, just layers of acrylic paint and time. It fades in the wash eventually, but it doesn't take me very long to recoat it in another layer of paint. And it really sells the illusion that I pooped myself.
Hate that.
I love that. I love the skin tone leggings. I use those for Redacted too, for my rabbit character. If you really want to look like or if your character has skin showing, having stuff that's nude tone to your skin tone on your arms or your legs are really, really, really handy. Those leggings, those insulated leggings, are so good for the cold. I wear those all the time. Even right now, I'm wearing a pair, but they're sheer. They're kind of like black or sheer black, so they kind of look like tights.
I'm currently setting my black. I have my sigil to add on and a couple of red accents. And then I do like speckling to make my white not as white. I think it looks a little basic, and I like adding a little bit of texture.
The setting powder definitely dims this a little bit, so I'll go over top of this with other paint, regardless of if it ruins the bottom or not, because it doesn't really matter. I'm going to be outside. People are not going to pay too. Sorry, there's a bee that thinks I'm a flower again. People aren't going. Thank you. People aren't going to pay too much attention about what I look like. Magic.
Yeah, that's what I make. Oh, can I borrow some of your liquid set? I promise not to use a lot of it. I know you're almost out.
Yes.
Thank you.
And yes, thank you for saying that, because yeah, I'm probably going to run out final night.
Yeah, I'm like a 2 or 3 pumps kind of person.
Man, Creech is over here and neither of us are in costume.
I'm sorry. I tried to go slow.
Honestly, admirable. Truly admirable. The speed at which we can operate on a heavy night before we even come in is impeccable. And granted, it kind of winds up once the season starts a little bit more. We can go for anywhere from like 1 hour to 30 minutes makeup time.
Yeah.
Depending on what it is. I've gotten this down. I'm going slow today, but I've gotten this down to about half hour, 45 minutes.
Especially like Fridays too. Some of us are coming from work, so some of us
Yep.
have a limited time schedule day by day.
Yeah.
On how fast and how much time we will have to do our makeup.
I should black my neck a little bit more. I feel like.
Yes, you should. No.
More powder. I'm gonna
It's fine.
experiment right now. Bad time to do it? Who knows? Should I do some like gray splatters today?
I'd fuck with it.
Yeah.
I like splatters.
You can't fight the Homestuck.
Very good.
I'm gonna do this. Set that down. There it is. That's nice. All right. Now, I'm gonna do a little more of the water.
One of the most important parts.
What? Oh.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I put mine on before I got here. Wear deodorant, kids.
You can be a monster, but you don't need to smell like unwashed butthole.
Yep. I know we can't go method here. Can't go method with it, guys.
Where do you guys normally get your makeup and stuff from?
So I like going to Screamers Costumes on Gratiot.
Shout out to freaking Screamers, dude.
Literally my favorite place ever. They have all the makeup that I use for this, and they have costumes, they have clothing.
The monster in the baby bottle. I like this.
You know, it's an interesting take, but it means that I can stay hydrated and I can have my drink in my scene without it looking out of place. There's also a scare that I can do with the baby bottle where I get to take a break from screaming and take a drink of something and then get back into it. So it works, you know?
Bad method acting, not wearing deodorant and stinking. Good method acting, monster in the baby bottle.
Baby bottle.
That's crazy.
We're all crazy.
Hello?
Sorry.
This is what makes the world go round, people. This is why we were chosen. That's why we're here, people. Are you not entertained?
I'm so entertained.
Alright, now I need to wait for this to dry. So that way I can set my face. Or else I'm gonna smear everything. I'm gonna cry.
More.
And that's the other part, going back to the to you not setting your makeup anymore. Me personally, I am a touches their face as part of the scare kind of actor, and I would probably look a little coal minery,
That is true. That is true.
but normal by the end of the night.
I understand. Oh. I'm seeing the vision.
Chirping.
I'm seeing the vision.
That bird.
I'm seeing the vision. The vision is coming. All right. I should do the splatter first. So this is something new that I've had. Shout out to Screamers once again. Splatter brush, gorgeous. I'm gonna take my water. I'm gonna go on this gray right here. I'm just gonna kind of throw it right in there. And this is why my thumbnails look like the way they do. It's because I'm just gonna friggin' go in back and forth, dude. Get it all on there. anymore. Oh, this kind of goes crazy. Even though it might not show up in the light that I'm working with, it's still a personal detail that makes me feel better about what I'm doing and more immersed in what I'm doing. I feel like we all have our little things that we throw in that we're just like, it's not for anyone else, just for us.
That's me with my gloves. I have teeth on my gloves, cockroaches on the other. Literally no one notices. But it makes me feel better because it's not the same black gloves.
Makes you feel immersed in what you're doing. Ah, there we go. There we go. That's the one. I might throw some black on there too.
Ugh.
Do you mind if I snag some of that?
I'm gonna eat you both. Yes, go ahead. Make sure I have enough for the rest. Last weekend.
Well,
Definitely should, so.
I have a while for it anyway.
Absolute worst case scenario is I know Lena has some as well.
Fantastic.
I'm going
I
with the
feel like
black
this should
things.
be enough for final weekend. If it's not,
feel
there's
like-
something wrong with me.
Yes.
I feel like I'm made of cement right now. More.
I've thought about doing one of those looks. Like, did you ever watch Doctor Who? So there was this alien called the Weeping Angel, and it's like this stone creature that is not stone if you're not looking at it. It can move super fucking fast, and its goal is to eat your time energy. They look like stone angels, and I think one of these years, with enough prep time, I'll pull that.
That would be cool.
You're gonna scare out a whole lot of Whovians doing that. Thumb. That's why my thumb looks like that.
It can be a good Sunday slow scare.
I don't have a napkin. I'm gonna wear this tonight anyway.
Poor flannel.
I'm gonna wear it tonight anyway. They don't have to be good eyebrows. They're not good eyebrows. They don't need to be good eyebrows, but they're eyebrows nonetheless. Makes me look angry.
Almost ready to bake.
It's a piece of cake, you bake a pretty cake.
And it's almost costume time.
Yeah?
Oh, it's almost costume time.
Like 20 minutes to get ready because I'm a...
I'm also gonna take off a pair of leggings.
I can't take off this pair of leggings yet because this is all I got.
Huh.
Creech, have you been here for the longest?
I think so.
I think so. 7?
Yeah.
Yeah?
6.
6 and a
6.
half because I joined partway through the 1 year. Yeah. I think
So
I've been here
I
since-
came in 1 year after you did, right?
Yes.
Okay, so you were 19, I was 20.
Yes.
Cool.
I was 21.
Yeah, you were.
So you've been here 7 years? You 6 and a half, 7. You've been here how many years?
4.
5.
So Creature joined in 2019. They joined in 2020, and then I was 2021. So like consecutively a year later, we all found each other slowly but surely.
And now we're here.
And now we are here as a trio. It just
Yeah.
took us like 3 years.
Now we figure it out.
We got there.
Yeah, we did. Yeah,
Took
we
us
did.
like 30 minutes on orientation day to connect.
Hey, I like you. You're fun. Hey, I like you. You're fun. I also like you, and you're very fun.
Vibes.
Yeah. Whoa.
Jump scare.
Ow.
Oh, the visions is here. The vision is here. The vision is here.
Vision's been here, baby.
The vision is here. It's kind of like trust the process situation where I'm like, I don't know if this is good.
So much less chaotic than me.
I'm careful. Or at least I try to be. Not very good at it. Oh my god, you can see on my eyeball. Sometimes it's helpful to plug your nose with like tissue or something so that way you don't get like powder all up your nose, but
Don't get clown.
we're not doing that today. Yeah, that. Don't get clown lung. Hug your nose. Don't be an idiot like I am right now.
Do as we say, not as we do. And you use a water activated black, right?
I do.
Okay, that's why. Because I usually set my cream based black with my charcoal powder.
I set it with eyeshadow, and then I shadow it with, and then I do it with baby powder, so that way it doesn't dip it as much.
Yeah.
Oh, you can see again. Alright, now to wipe this off. Wow, would you look at that? I'm done before Kaelyn.
Yeah, you are.
I'm so proud of myself.
There's not a food booth on site that does like pizza, is there?
No, but they do fries, and I'm pretty sure the waffle one is open before. Honestly, I might steal some fries.
We should get some fries. We should get some waffle.
Delicious.
I usually have not hot pockets, pizza rolls before we open.
I was a good pack rat and went out to eat. I got
You
Coney
take good
Island.
care of yourself. I had a really good smoothie.
That's something.
Yeah, but I'll need to survive on something more than bags of Doritos.
I'm almost done, guys. I promise. I'm so sorry. Usually I'm the first one done, dog.
You're okay. Do you all know what this means? This means that you're thinking too hard about it. That's what that means. You gonna fight your bang?
Fight it.
Oh, my legs! Oh my goodness.
Rage Against the Machine style.
Ugh.
What you got going on your knee parts there?
Knee pads, because safety comes first and you shouldn't be a dingus.
Don't be a dingus.
Literally my first day getting these, where is it? Right here, has no padding, because last year I was in the butchery and I would hop up on the table, and literally the day after getting these, I jumped up and slammed my knee so hard that it broke the padding in this area. So I'm really glad that I got knee pads that day. And I just haven't got new ones since. So I just have bruises in that area. It's fine. It works.
Okay.
For now. Even
For
though
now.
your body is young and spry at this point and will recover from those bonks, you should try and take the precautionary measures to make sure you don't break yourself.
That. And wear gloves.
Otherwise, your knees will haunt you when you're 40, and that's the scariest thing about this place.
Wear gloves. My hands get cut
wear
up
gloves.
already. Wearing gloves. You are being physical. The walls are made of metal. Wear gloves. It's rough out here. Take care of yourself. Don't damage your body more than you already are.
All right, lads. I think we did it.
Did we do it?
Final seal. Final sealing. I'm sorry, microphone.
Do that. I like the texture.
I do too. God bless you. Okay, the hair's coming down. Do that shaky shake. Oop, excuse me.
Creature coming to my rescue.
Ghouls
Alright.
supporting ghouls.
Ghouls supporting ghouls. Alright, we got one in. These are like, you can tell that they're really old from the dirt and the makeup encrusted. I can probably like scrape it off. It's kind of gross. Funny story about these earrings. They have been gifted to me individually twice by two different people. The first year was Annette, was our greeter from Castle. who saw these and just went, "You need to have these." And another one was my friend Matt, like 2 years later, who saw them, not knowing I already had them, and was like, "You need these instantly. This is so pack rat." And so now I have fresh ones and I have old ones. I really love the fact that we're not copyrighted. I personally really prefer it because, like, again, I like the crafting of it. I like doing what I want, and like, it's fun DIYing all of this stuff because, you know, like, these are just $20 Amazon pants, but they look great. Like, they're gotten blood and paint and bugs and blah 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 on them throughout the year, and I have changed multiple things about it, like, over time. And every single year, Pack Rat gets more bugs and more teeth added onto them, almost as like a, I have been here longer, I am collecting more.
Like a Boy Scout thing or something.
Yeah, I have a tooth spiral on the back of my blazer that I am sure to grow every single year. I like it a lot.
People literally gifting you their wisdom teeth to add to the costume.
My friend Lena from Castle, we literally became friends because I was like, I want real bones. I want real teeth. I don't know what to do with them, but I want them on my costume. And they just walked up and gifted me their bones. This is like, I made this piece new as well last year, or this year, to put underneath my bone shirt, so that way it looks like guts have spilt out. And it has been so warm this season, I have not been able to wear it a single time. So sometimes you plan new things and they don't really work out, but sometimes they do, and they look super great. Like, this was a new addition I did last year, opposed to, I actually have it in here. This was my first version of Pack Rat. At an attempted shirt. The teeth have always been there. The bugs have always been there. The pants are still my OG pants, but everything else is grown. I have like a tank top version for when it's too hot and blah, 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 blah. Like Kaelyn said, always check the weather. Always, like, address according to, because I have had nights where the castle is a lot hotter than it was supposed to be, and I had to run outside and change because I was dripping in sweat. Work. Fantastic. I might bop the mic a little bit.
I can move it if you want.
Will that work for now? Just until I put this on? Fantastic. Here, let me button this up.
So where are the real teeth on the costume?
I haven't put them on yet. Okay. I need to fasten them. I need to find a way to fasten them, because I don't want to lose them. Yeah. Obviously, they're real human wisdom teeth. But eventually, I want to put them onto the back of the blazer. Right now, they're sitting on a shelf in my bedroom next to all my, like, bone oddities and stuff and all of that jazz. But I've also gotten gifted real animal bones from Creech that I would also like to add on at some point. It just, again, is the problem with fastening them properly, because real bones are brittle, and I am an aggressive actor, and I don't want to break them, I don't want to shatter them, so I definitely need to find a way to, like, seal it properly and make sure that it's fastened enough to where it won't come undone and wreck it. Ugh. Have a clip-on tie. If you're gonna wear something around your neck, literally anything around your neck, whether it is like a fake noose or a necklace or a tie, always make sure that it has a way of easily getting off of you, because customers may yank on it. You never know. You don't want it to tighten around your neck. You want to be safe. I always say, if you're having something around your neck, make sure it's detachable.
Yeah. The bone detailing is awesome.
I have little
love it.
rats on my shoulders. I have like the back half and the front half of a rat sticking out in this. Same thing
That's my
with,
favorite rat. It's a very long rat.
same thing with this one, coming in one end and coming out the other. I don't know rat physics. I don't know where it's
Long
going. But it's going somewhere. And then I have, this was actually gifted from me, to me, Jesus, I can't speak. This was gifted to me from a fellow actor named Pickle. I have this bit where I give people bugs, and I just had nowhere to store the bugs, and I was like continuously running from my stuff in scene to whatever customer I enjoyed enough to give a bug, to the point where they were like, here, I have this like sachet if you would like it to like put all of your bugs in to give the customers. And I've been doing that for the past couple of years. We have this very strange tradition also in the castle to trade beans. Yeah, the face you just made, dry beans.
All right.
Our friend the bird started it a couple of years ago, just handing them to customers, and eventually customers would give them to actors, and then actors would give stuff to the customers.
It's like a currency in this little society.
It's trinket. Yeah, it's like bean trading, but trinket trading, but with beans. And so eventually, I just collected beans and started trading with people, or I would trade bugs for beans, and actors would come up to me at the end of the night and be like, a customer gave me like 3 of your bugs, here you go, so that way you can like re-stash them into your stuff. And it's just kind of a fun thing that's spread around and has continued to do so. I enjoy it a lot. I think it's really fun. And it's really funny too, walking around and seeing random dry beans on the floor if you look hard enough. It's really silly.
I'm gonna keep my eye out for beans now.
There are beans everywhere if you open your eyes wide enough.
I would feel so blessed if someone gave me a bean. I've never been gifted a bean.
Really? Have you come through?
I have.
Really?
But maybe I'm...
Tis. They're not checking out your vibe well enough. That shocks me. I think it's funny too because like people keep them. One of my friends, Matt, that I met through another actor, he still has the beans I gifted him 2 years ago. They're just sitting on his dresser. And it's like, oh, you're a freak too. Like, it's cute. People value that type of stuff. And, like, you know, whenever I see kids, I try to give them bugs to cheer them up. And that either goes one of 2 ways. Oh, yay, I'm getting a gift. Mm-hmm. Or it goes, oh, I'm getting a gift. Oh, it's a bug. Oh, I don't like bugs. Now I am crying even harder when you were trying to comfort me. And sometimes that sucks. I feel a little bad about it.
Yeah.
I have a lot of accessories, and I always have to try hard to not let them drop too far, because I am a crawler, and I have stepped on, like, I had a different tie before that was a bit longer, and it was not a clip-on tie, and it was longer. You can see where I'm going with this. I went to go do a scare, and I was crawling, and I was on top of the butchery table and stepped on the tie and almost flung myself face forward off of the table. Was not great. Would not recommend that. Make sure that you're not stepping on your props if you're gonna attach something onto yourself. Make sure it is not a danger to you. Then this, I just unclip and put through here. I make sure that it's on top so that way it's easily accessible. One of the buttons kind of broke on it, so I have to sit and finagle it and like rip it open from the side and pull it out instead of just buttoning it like a normal person. I also broke this last night. It's now hook shaped, still looks cool from a distance. No one will notice. Slightly shorter, but I don't know what I did. I was hitting a wall, I turned around, looked at it and went, oh, that's gone now. All right, I think I am complete. I think I'm ready. I think this is fully pack rat. I've got a couple of new things.
don't mind the missing bugs. Don't look at me. I have no time to fix them, okay? I'm missing a couple of things. Another one just fell off. Don't sue me. But like the gloves I was talking about, not a lot of people notice stuff like that, but it makes me feel good. I cut and like measured this all myself. Bugs going down that are sometimes hidden from my little mouth guy. He's my little business guy. I have my sachet full of beans and bugs, both of my currencies. I've got some more bugs, bones. I like collecting mouths, obviously. I've got my name on the back of my legs, and then my tooth spiral that I make sure to grow every single year, depending on the amount of victims that come through, and my little rat guys who have sacrificed to make me who I am.
I love it.
They're all split throughout, but these two are the head honchos. They're actually Creech and Kaelyn in disguise.
Oh, it's true.
For sure. Oh yeah.
That's where the other brain cell went.
Yeah, you guys actually fuse them into me sometimes, and because you're on my shoulder. It's like the angel and the devil, you know?
Now part which one's which?
I don't know who these guys are. I don't know who these were, but I think they wronged me.
Start saying, watch your mouth.
Oh, watch your mouth, or you're gonna land up like these guys. Sacrifice! Obviously, working outside, your feet get cold. 2 layers of socks is typically the minimum that I do. Depending on how cold it's going to be, depends on whether I do thick or thin. I typically do thick socks because I have small feet and my boots are rather large. So I use thick socks, like the fuzzy ones, the fuzzy slipper socks. I use those all the time. And luckily my dad is a hunter, so I stole some of his hunting socks. They're nice and thick, made for the outdoors. And that's 2 layers underneath the boot. Socks. Now I can move on to the actual overalls, which is the fun part. I don't even remember where I got these. I just saw these and oh, Old Navy. I saw these and I was like, oh, I need a pair of overalls. Everyone needs a pair of overalls. And then, oh, look at that. Who would have thought? Get your merch, guys. Get your merch. We got an online store too. You come at the merch booth in the park. You do it online. It doesn't matter. Get it now. That'll be $25. So these are the skin leggings I was talking about. It sometimes will freak people out because they're like, oh. And I'm like, no, not naked. I promise. Might look it, but I'm not. And then these just go on easy. Just like any other pair of overalls. And then I can put the flannel that I just wore today over top of it. I love having the rural environment because my parents grew up in a rural environment, kind of middle of the nowhere land. So they're very familiar with it all, and all of the stuff that I've kind of been given advice of how to act and how to behave also has come from my parents. My dad is especially, both my parents actually, but my dad had made the chainsaw that I use was once my grandfather's, which he gave to my dad, which my dad gave to me to use at the park. So it's like an heirloom, I guess. And I think that's really, really awesome. He also made a cowbell for the scene. I didn't bring it today because I have the chainsaw, but it's just a giant cowbell. Has a nut hanging off a rope, and it is loud. The accessories. Now this belt I use typically for my other character, the rabbit. I'm sure some of you guys have seen on the Morbid Michigan Instagram already. The rabbit character has this belt, but I like to kind of translate it for all my characters because it is kind of universal, and everyone likes things that hang off. Nice little tail there.
So, have you encountered anybody like I know like the rules like people aren't supposed to touch the actors. Have you had to deal with anybody like, oh, I'm gonna touch your stuff, blah blah blah?
Well, last night when I was on the Hayride, I actually got slapped by a child. Yeah. That unfortunately just kind of comes with the risk of being up close and personal with the public. Some people don't understand that we are people too. We are not just props. We are
actors. Like, you wouldn't jump on stage during a show and just start screaming at people or hitting them because you're afraid of them. You wouldn't stop a movie because the actor shouted in your face and start screaming at them and tear down the screen. But that's just kind of the risk that we run here, and we're people. It hurts, it sucks, and that inevitably does happen. But if you go into a haunt knowing that you're going to be violent, I would skip it. If you're trying to figure out whether you are, just kind of be careful and be respectful. Just be respectful of the people around you and have fun, and don't ruin other people's fun by, you know, thinking you're bigger than anyone else. I have an Uno reverse card. I'm sure you can see where this is going. So with that Uno reverse card, people say a lot of insulting things, and it hurts sometimes.
How do you go to a haunted house and be like, I'm gonna bully them?
Yeah.
It's a surprise.
Yeah. But people think it's funny. Sometimes people go specifically to a haunted house just to mess with the actors, just to think that they can break them, because people always want to see the character break. They always want to see the person make a mistake and get in trouble and it go viral and stuff. But we have a job to do. We want to keep doing our job. We're not going to pay attention to you if you're trying to ruin that fun for us or for other people. And sometimes people say things and they really do hurt, and you can only report little quips so many times before you just kind of accept that it happens. It's the same thing with recording. You're not supposed to record. It's going to happen whether you like it or not, unfortunately. I have this bandana that I've been using for pretty much all of my characters since the dawn of time. I use this for Wicked Wendy. I use this for Redacted. So that's just going to live in a little loop on the side back here. I like to pull that through and just knot it really tight, because just doing one knot is not enough. You are going to lose that bandana. You're going to knot the whole thing. And now this is my favorite part. All of my doodads and holding devices. So this is just one belt, one regular belt. Thank you, Lambert Leather. Wren knows who I'm talking. Creech knows who I'm talking about. And on this belt are some of my trinkets that I've received over the years from various people. I have my coins that each year, if I do a good job, someone very special, John Baum, he is the, whoop, for John Baum. John Baum will come around. He's a veteran actor, long time. He will come around if you are doing a good job and give you one of these very special themed coins. They have the logo on it, 23. I got mine this year because I did a good job. And I have all of them from each year I've received them, 22, 21, 20, and then a very special one. And then this little chicken foot, another veteran actor had given me, painted. And so it's just a really nice little memory that I like to keep with me. And so I have my bag that I've created myself with all of my stuff. My other coin from this year is in here. I've got to put it on very soon. Just some various bugs, butterfly, Creech's Wren's cockroach, a foot that Val gave me, Danny, that I just dropped. I have my Phillips. I have a random duck that I can give someone if I want to. And then I have my mouth goop, my black effects. And then in the other pouch, the very special pouch, that's my rabbit pouch. So Redacted, who is the character that is the rabbit, likes to give out rabbits. They like to advertise. And so I got some little bitty bunnies here.
Oh, those are cute.
And that's for you.
Thank you.
Of course. It's got Redacted on the bottom. It's crying a little bit.
My trinkets.
little trinkets for my trinket collection. And this is the brother cousin. Brother cousin. Oh, wait, I almost forgot. So obviously gloves, because we wear gloves here because we're not dinguses who mess up our fingers or hands. Wear your gloves, folks.
Backing up my statement.
Of course. This is my favorite thing that I have found ever. You guys were here for this. When we were cleaning up the castle that one year all together, there was it was in the kitchen that I found this. We were sweeping on the ground, and I hear a little ding, 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 and I look down, and I see a little cowbell on the ground, and I'm like, I can use this for something. So I turned it into a necklace. So this is a chain from Home Depot with a little clasp from Michael's, and that goes right around the neck. Just like so. It's just a little detail that I like to hold on.
Ooh.
Part of the castle. And that's that. And I have to dirt my arms, dirt my hands, and then that'll be it.
I poopied my pants. All right, starting from the top. I have a bonnet that I got in a 3-pack from Lord Bezos. That I took some paint and some charcoal powder and also just time to distress it. I tried to put a little bit of texturing on it with bathroom caulking because I wanted the baby vomit to have texture to it and not just be flat. I have a bat hook nose harness in, which I know I mentioned earlier, but I saw a friend at a goth club wearing one and thought it was the coolest thing ever. It just hooks into the nose. It's not super uncomfortable, but it's very jarring for a lot of people to see. Moving down from there, I have on this, what's it called? A onesie? Yes, thank you. A onesie that I also got from Amazon as a base. It was just where a cheap one was. And I think it worked out because I wanted to make sure I didn't have something I was like attached to that I was going to destroy. Same with the bathroom caulking on this. All of the texture and grody-ness is meant to resemble throw up. There used to be some little Cheerios on here. There's like 1 or 2 left that were very clear at first and then kind of got covered in my own paint from putting my baby vomit on down my throat. I'm gonna let him do his thing. From there, I have a pair of bloomers on. It's strange to have to think about the technicalities of where fake poop is going to go, but I wanted to make sure that it was in the places that poop would smear if you had pooped yourself. I don't know. I wanted to make sure I got some on the front so that I didn't look bare-legged, and I made sure to do the same thing on the bloomers. I also, for all of you people with kids out there, you know, sometimes that like diaper explosion happens up the back, so I made sure to poop stain my entire self. It's so lovely. Working your way down from there, I have on the same skin tone leggings that brother cousin is wearing over there. Mine just aren't like the tights kind. They're meant to be bare-legged. From there, I have on leg warmers, which I have because I like to pull them over my shoes. It's a little bit of a... It's not a real thing, but it's like a pet peeve of mine to be in the middle of spooking and look head to toe scary, and then just the sole of a sports shoe showing out. So I try to pull it over the end of my foot throughout the night to, you know, make it look like I'm wearing really big, misshapen, lumpy socks. This is one of the most simple costumes that I've done, and honestly, I sort of welcomed the break. This felt like a less is more costume, and I'm not mad about it.
I think it turned out really cool.
Thank you. Lots of people hate the baby.
Yep.
Yeah. And then I also in the video that you posted a few weeks ago, you can see a box in the scene that I'm crawling all over. That box is a little falling aparty, so I ended up making myself a wooden box to use as a prop in my scene, and I painted it to look like a giant alphabet block so that I can still run around and do my weird contorting things at people without running the risk of putting my foot through something.
Alright, and now we've turned into this. Scarefest closes on the 27th of October, so make sure you make your way here before it's too late.